What's good, y'all? This is Courtney, and I want to play catch up on the passage. We gotta do some major catch up, don't we? All right, so this video is gonna be for episode 7. You are like the sun. This episode, we gonna see the backstory of Brad and Lila's daughter, Ava, and basically see what happened. How did their daughter die? And how each parent dealt with it. One in constructive type of way, and the other one in a destructive type of way. And we also at Project Noah. Gilder is coming in. Gilder is basically gonna take over the whole facility. And we'll see what be the fallout of that. And also we check up on Amy and see how she faring and see if she's getting help from her guardian vampire angel, which is Anthony. And Lear, Dr. Lear, he has to make a hard choice. So let's just focus the first part of this video on Brad, Lila, and their history. So now, as we remember from the last episode, after they had to go do had to hunt for the honky tonk vampire. You remember Gilda separated Amy away from Brad because he had Amy in the truck with him. So it was a setup. Basically knock Brad and Lila behind the head and basically take them off to kill them and get rid of them. Because Gilda wants to separate Amy from any kind of influence. He wants her under his full control. And he already knows the type of, he knows that Brad, cares for Amy. And he also knows the same way, the other way around, how Amy is for Brad. So we see Brad and Lila in the back of the car. And they finna go off to whoever, the security, whatever. They finna go off, kill their ass. And so while Brad and Amy are behind in the trunk, Brad is finding a way to, get them loose. And so next thing you know, they start talking and everything. And I honestly feel that this is the first time that they actually really just talked since their child died. And it seems like ever since Amy came into Brad's life, it's some sort of healing. Because, things happen for a reason. I'm not trying to say it'll take the impending end of the world to heal a heartbroken father from the loss of a child, or to help a heartbroken daughter for the loss of a mother. But stranger things had happened and all that stuff like that. So we get flashbacks of happier times with Brad, Lila, and their beautiful daughter, Ava. I'm gonna tell you now, Ava look like she came from Brad. Got the same coloring, same color hair, eyes, and all that. She look like she came from him. They did good casting. And so we see at a soccer match, and Amy's there and Brad is there. Remember Brad worked for the FBI before he started working for Noah. And he's there rooting his baby on and all that stuff. And we see the first interaction between him and his daughter. And as soon as I saw that how they acted, I said I see exactly why you was drawn to Amy. Beside the fact there was a young girl, him, her and his daughter around the same age, but they had the same spirit, Amy and Ava. They had that same fire, that same spirit, that same loving spirit and all that stuff. you see Ava, she is like, we gotta do this party, boom, boom, boom. But did you get the stuff for the other, the teammates? This. She was thinking about the teammates and all that, trying to make sure they be happy and all that stuff. And I could tell that she puts Brad through the ringer and all that. You get what I'm saying? Same way with the mama. And that's the same thing that Amy does. Amy keeps Brad on his toes. And that's the same with their daughter. She keep him on the toes. So gotta go find get the trophies and everything from the mom. And they go get that. And they end up at this pizza joint. That's what it looked like. And they got it. I guess they bought a room, rented a room or whatever. And they gotta, doll it up and all this stuff. And forgot markers. So she's like, we need markers and all that stuff. And he said, well, I'm finna go and get it. So he goes across the street to this store across the street to get the markers. And so remember, Amy is in a pizza joint with the wallet to go pay for whatever they need to pay for. And so while he's up in the gas station, would you call that a gas station? Or a corner store? You could say we'd call it a corner store. At the corner store, and it's some suspicious behavior from a mug behind him. Next thing you know, it's a robbery. And all that stuff. And the dude, he look like he tweaking or some shit. But he's nervous and all. And you could see out the doors, the glass doors of the joint, you see Ava walking across the street coming to the stuff. And I was like, no, so that's how she died. I thought she died of a sickness. That's what I thought. And so when Ava comes when Ava comes to the door, remember the robber already he already on edge. So he turns around, swing that gun around, and you see the pure terror on Brad's face. And that's when that man killed his daughter right in front of Brad. So you see why Brad took it to heart. He saw his daughter get murdered right in front of him. And here's the thing. Brad is a protector. That's his job. He's an FBI agent or whatever, work for the Bureau and all that stuff. And he's a man's man, if you want to call him. He's protective by nature. You know what I'm saying? He's a father, he's a husband, he's a dad. It's different between dad and fathers. But if you know the difference, yeah. But still. And then his job description. So tell me how he would deal with the fact that he feel totally helpless that he did not protect his most prized possession in the world, which is his daughter. And so you basically we see now why he just basically closed himself off. He closed himself off. And we see why, Lala, the wife, she was in mourning too. You know what I'm saying? And while she tried her best to be there for Brad, but Brad just closed herself off, dealing with guilt, dealing with anger, regret, and just the pure helplessness of something. That helplessness probably make him feel like he's worthless or whatever. So he left the Bureau and he went to do some lone wolf shit. Now we see they in a therapist's office and they talking and all that stuff, and you see Lala is willing to talk. She wants to talk. Brad feels some kind of way that Lala wants to go back to work, but Lala says she can't stay around that empty house and everything, she'll go crazy. She has to feel helpful and all that stuff. And Brad don't see it that way. So he leaves. So they separate. And so here we see Clark. And Clark shows up. And Clark's leaving the Bureau. And that's when he leaves the bureau, basically, he's getting ready. I guess that's when he's getting ready to go to Project Noah or whatnot. He brings Brad a file. It's the file of the dude that killed his daughter. And Clark is like, listen, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. That's not you. Don't do it. Yada, yada, yada. But, Brad had already, memorized the address and all that stuff. And, Brad got to do something. He has to do something. Listen, Brad is a good man. You can see he a good man and all that stuff. But he feel like he the ultimate failure in his life was not be able to protect his daughter and all that stuff. So for him go do this lone wolf shit and to go get that mud that killed his kid, I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you ask me, if he could do it, get away with it, go ahead. I'm all for that eye for eye shit. So I don't feel that's like a smear on his character and all that stuff. No, he's hurting. His child got taken away from him. So, no. And so we go back to present time, and you see them, Lila and Brad, talking, and they trying to make do, and they just trying. And you see the walls, because Brad had protective walls around him. You see them breaking down, and you see they finally talking. Lila holds guilt because she said if I'd have had them trophies, or if I'd have had them markers, she wouldn't be dead. And so she feel like it's her fault that their child died. Both of them do. And it wasn't. They were innocent in their fact and all that stuff. It was that punk ass robber who basically, took their joy away. So we're gonna go to Project Noah. Gilda talking to his boss. And basically Gilda rules the roost. He rules Project Noah. And we all know Dr. Sykes, she's against everything. But we also know Gilda, company man, whatever. He is looking a way to use Amy for her to be the ultimate weapon. And so he basically cuts Sykes off at the knees and restrict her access to, all top secret shit. And so she tells Clark what's the deal, and Clark got to go find Brad. So he goes in Amy's room, and you know how Amy is toward Clark. And he said, listen, can you know anywhere where Brad might be? And she like, no. He said, you can't, do that telepathic shit. And she's like, it sometimes work, it doesn't. So he gonna have to go use his skills to go find Brad, because he knows something's up. And basically they main concern, they gotta get Amy to safety. It's because shit finna pop. The world about to end. So we see Anthony, my boy Anthony. I call him Amy's guardian angel vampire. Well, Amy's guardian vampire angel. He trains Amy. He basically tells Amy this: you're going to have to learn one of your memories. You're going to have to make peace with your demons, because Fanny will use that and manipulate that shit for the being you at his will. So he asked her about the most saddest time in her life, which we all know is about her mom. And basically he makes her confess why. And she said that she thinks that she killed her mom because she said she was mad at her and she hated her because the mom forgot to register for school. And it made her admit her fault and all that stuff. And it did seem like Anthony was being harsh with her, bullying her, whatever, but she needs that type of training, that mental training. Cause Fanning is manipulative. He's the fucking devil. And all that stuff. And her mental guards gotta be strong like Fort Knox, bruh. And Anthony is training her to be. So Jonas, his wife, got that, she got injected with that virus, whatever. He's trying to find a way to heal her. But whatever route they're going through is not working. And basically, she's living on borrowed time before she fully morphs into a vampire. And Fanning, he's counting on her to be the 12. So it's a significance about the 12, the number 12. Now we all know 12 is the second title of the book, but I think it's more than just that. Now, it was some people saying, I was reading like the disciples, Jesus' disciples and all that stuff, but then some people talking about there's 12 Hebrew tribes, Israel. I think there was somebody was saying something. I was reading the comments on somewhere, and I was like, okay. But, I don't know. So if y'all do know, what's the significance of it being 12? Besides, it's being the title of the second book. Please let me know. Thank you. So, Fanning is counting on homegirl to be the 12. Because he think, regardless of whatever, that, she'll take his basically golden ticket and be with him forever. But it's not like that. She don't love you, bruh. She loves Jonas. And it don't matter that you gave her the keys to the kingdom, that she'll live forever and all that stuff, and she be of her soul mind and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. She loves Jonas, and she wants to spend the rest of her days with Jonas, even if the rest of her days with Jonas ain't nothing but a few hours. And so that's that crack in Fanning's face. Got Fanning looking stupid. Oh, bitch ass. And all. And so Shauna trying to figure out, like, okay, what's going on? Like, why I'm getting this lingering feelings for Clark, because she wants Clark and all that stuff like that. And she said it's the humanity hangover or whatever. She's tired of, like, when we get the lead, when this, when that. And now she has doubts that Jonas' wife gonna be the 12, which is, we all know, because she like, bruh, she trying to tell him, like, dude, what if she says no to your offer? Because I think Shauna know, like, bruh, she loves Jonas. But Fanning, his main concern is for her to be the 12. But as we see toward the end of the episode, that doesn't happen. So the wife is on the bed, and Jonas and Sykes is there, try to give her some blood, try to find some kind of cure. And she basically said, fuck this shit, y'all. She said, unhook me and all that stuff. And Jonas don't want to do that, but she done basically accepted her fate and all that stuff like that. I'm like this, Jonas, I know that's going to be hard, my nigga, but, she done set to her face. Listen, she got some good from you while she was on solid mind and all that stuff. And she wants to go her way. You can't take that from her, bro. And so, it's sad. Okay, what else? Let me tell you something about Shauna. Now, I know I said that, Anthony is Amy's vampire guardian angel. I'm still holding out for Shauna. I am. I'm still holding out for Shauna. And all that stuff. I love Shauna and all that stuff because, the reason why she got on death row, I call that justified. Because I don't see nothing wrong she did. Because mama was a bitch. Her mama knew exactly what was going on. And her mama did not use her fucking right as a mama to protect her daughter. Because she want to keep some steady dick in her life. So, But I'm keeping it. I'm holding hope for Shauna. So Amy decides that she gonna, use her new tricks, and she basically materializes her happy place, and her happy place is with her mother. And she finally sees her mother. We finally see her mom, the lady that plays her mom, and she gets to talk to her mom, and she gets to apologize to her mom, and she gets that closure with her mom, and that basically makes her strong, her mental guard strong, and stuff like that. And after we figure out that Jonas can't have, not Jonas, when Fanny can't have Jonas' wife as his 12, because she basically, she said, fuck you. She said, I'm out this bitch. Toward the end of the scene with her and her mom, Amy and her mom, that's knocking the door, there's Fanny. Now, while this going on, Clark done found Brad and Lila, right? And so they come back to the let's see, hold up. They come back to Noah. And Brad when Brad goes in there to try to wake Amy, he think it's Fanning got her under. But she's in there talking to her mom and all of that. And so while they trying to wake her up to get her out of there and everything, they go Fanning. They don't know that Fanning is in her mind now. And I guess Fanning finna give his campaign speech or how they should link up. And that's it, y'all. That's it. I'm trying to tell you, this show is everything. This show is. I'm sorry that I kind of teeter-totter on the episodes and everything, but the first season is over, so I'm just gonna boop, 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 and all that. Okay, bye, y'all.